welcome to the Book Lounge. If you've ever felt like success is just out of reach, like the right opportunities never seem to come your way, then listen closely, because today's book might just change the way you think about networking, relationships, and success forever. This isn't about collecting business cards or making small talk at events. This is about building genuine, powerful connections that open doors, create opportunities, and accelerate your personal and professional growth. In this audiobook, you'll discover the strategies that top leaders, entrepreneurs, and influencers use to cultivate relationships that lead to extraordinary success. You'll learn how to connect with the right people, not by luck, but with intention. You'll see how generosity, authenticity, and strategic relationship building can transform your career, your business, and even your personal life. By the end of this video, you won't just understand the principles of effective networking. You'll have the mindset and tools to start building a network that truly works for you. So settle in, get ready, and let's begin. Section 1, the mindset. Becoming a member of the club. Success isn't just about talent or hard work. It's about belonging. The world operates on relationships, and those who understand this principle rise faster, achieve more, and create lasting impact. The key is realizing that no one succeeds alone. There are invisible clubs everywhere. Elite professional circles, influential social groups, high-powered industries, and the only way in is through genuine human connection. But here's the catch. You don't wait to be invited. You make yourself indispensable, bringing value, energy, and generosity to the people already inside. You don't need to be rich, famous, or powerful to belong. You need to be intentional, proactive, and authentic. Build relationships before you need them. Offer help before asking for it. And soon enough, you'll find yourself a valued member of the club. Don't keep score. Most people approach networking with a transactional mindset. I'll help you, but only if you help me in return. That's the wrong approach. True connectors give freely, without keeping a tally of favors owed. They understand that generosity isn't a debt. It's an investment in relationships, trust, and goodwill. The most influential people are those who lift others without expecting immediate returns. Opportunities, support, and success flow naturally to them because they create an ecosystem of mutual success. The moment you stop keeping score and start giving selflessly, you'll find yourself surrounded by people eager to support you in return. The paradox? The less you expect, the more you gain. What's your mission? Connectors Hall of Fame profile. Bill Clinton. Every great connector has a clear mission, a vision that drives them forward and gives their relationships purpose. Networking isn't just about meeting people. It's about aligning with those who share your passions, values, and goals. Bill Clinton, one of the most charismatic and effective connectors in modern history, exemplifies this principle. From an early age, he had a mission to build relationships that would shape his path to leadership. His approach wasn't superficial. He made people feel heard, remembered their names, and cultivated deep, authentic bonds. Your mission doesn't have to be world-changing. It just has to be meaningful to you. When you're driven by purpose, your connections become stronger, your influence grows naturally, and your network evolves into something far more powerful than just a collection of contacts. Build it before you need it. The worst time to network is when you desperately need something. The best time? Before you ever have to ask. The strongest networks are built long before a crisis arises. Yet too many people neglect relationship building until they need a job, a favor, or an opportunity. By then, it's too late. Think of networking like planting a tree. You don't plant seeds when you need shade. You plant them early, nurture them, and watch them grow. The people who thrive in any industry or situation are those who have already built a reservoir of goodwill, relationships, and trust. The secret? Stay in touch. Connect without an agenda. Offer help when nothing is at stake. That way, when the time comes, you won't need to search for support. It will already be there. The genius of audacity. The boldest people in the world aren't necessarily the most talented or intelligent. They're simply the ones who dare to ask. Fear holds most people back from reaching out to potential mentors, industry leaders, or key decision makers. The fear of rejection keeps them from knocking on doors that could change their lives. But audacity, when paired with respect, preparation, and authenticity, is a superpower. The greatest connectors dare to reach beyond their perceived limitations. They introduce themselves to strangers, make bold requests, and take chances that most people avoid. The reality? People are more willing to help than you think, if you have the courage to ask. The world rewards those who take initiative, step outside their comfort zone, and create their own opportunities. The networking jerk. Not all networking is good networking. Some people approach it as manipulation, seeing others as stepping stones rather than human beings. These are the networking jerks, the ones who only reach out when they need something, name drop to impress, and engage in shallow, self-serving interactions. Nothing destroys trust faster. People see through inauthenticity, and no one wants to help someone who only looks out for themselves. Real networking isn't about using people. It's about building genuine relationships based on trust, respect, and mutual benefit. The lesson? Be the kind of person others want to connect with. Listen more than you speak. Offer value without expectation. Treat every relationship with sincerity, and doors will open in ways you never imagined. Networking isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. The most successful people don't just collect contacts, they cultivate relationships with intention, generosity, and audacity. The sooner you embrace this approach, the sooner you'll find yourself not just connected, but truly influential. Section 2, the skill set. Do your homework. Success in networking isn't about luck, it's about preparation. The most influential people take the time to research before engaging. Understanding a person's background, interests, and goals allows for meaningful conversations that go beyond small talk. Before any meeting, event, or introduction, equip yourself with knowledge. Who are they? What do they care about? How can you bring value to their world? Genuine connections come from demonstrating interest and showing that you've put in the effort. Take names. Your network is your most powerful asset. The more people you know, and the better you track and maintain those relationships, the stronger your opportunities. Keep a detailed list of key contacts, not just names, but insights. Where they work, their ambitions, personal interests, and past interactions. A robust network isn't built by chance, it's built with intention. Use digital tools, spreadsheets, or a CRM to organize your connections and ensure that no valuable relationship fades into the background. Warming the cold call. Cold calls don't have to be cold. The secret is to make them warm before they even happen. Leverage mutual connections, references, or shared interests to establish familiarity. Research the person you're reaching out to and personalize your message. Show that you understand their world and why the conversation is mutually beneficial. A great opening line isn't about selling, it's about engaging. Lead with value, build rapport quickly, and make it easy for the other person to say yes to the conversation. Managing the gatekeeper, artfully. Every influential person has someone filtering access to them. Assistants, secretaries, or even trusted colleagues serve as gatekeepers, deciding who gets through. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, recognize them as allies. Treat them with the same respect and warmth you would give the person you're trying to reach. Learn their names, understand their role, and make them feel valued. A strong relationship with a gatekeeper often leads to an open door to the decision maker. Never eat alone. Every meal is an opportunity to connect, build relationships, and strengthen bonds. Instead of eating alone, invite colleagues, mentors, or potential partners to join you. Meals create a relaxed setting where authentic conversations flourish. It's not just about business, it's about deepening human connections. Successful people use these moments to exchange ideas, offer value, and nurture their networks. Make it a habit. Never eat alone when you can be strengthening a relationship. Share your passions. People are drawn to passion. It's contagious. When you share what truly excites you, you attract like-minded individuals who resonate with your energy. Authenticity fuels connection, and the more you let your passions shine, the more memorable you become. Don't hide what makes you come alive. Whether it's a hobby, a cause, or an industry you love, let it be a bridge to forming deeper, more meaningful relationships. Follow up or fail. The initial meeting is just the beginning. Without follow-up, connections fade into missed opportunities. A simple thank you note, an email referencing your conversation, or an article relevant to their interests keeps the relationship alive. The best networkers don't wait for the other person to remember them. They take the initiative. Following up is an art, and consistency is key. A great connection means nothing if it's not nurtured. Conferences are gold mines for networking if you approach them strategically. Instead of passively attending sessions, go in with a plan. Research who will be there, set up meetings in advance, and focus on connecting rather than just collecting business cards. Engage in meaningful discussions, ask insightful questions, and follow up promptly. The most successful people don't just go to conferences, they maximize them. Connecting with connectors. The most powerful people in any network aren't just well-connected, they love making introductions. These super connectors are invaluable allies. They thrive on bringing the right people together, identify them, build relationships with them, and understand what drives them. When you connect with the right connectors, your network expands exponentially. Connectors Hall of Fame profile, Paul Revere. Paul Revere wasn't just a messenger, he was a master networker. His ability to mobilize people was the result of years spent cultivating deep relationships. Unlike others who rode through the night, his warning was effective because he had built trust and credibility long before that moment. The lesson? Influence doesn't come from a single action. It comes from years of nurturing connections and being a trusted voice in your network. Expanding your circle. The key to growing a powerful network isn't just meeting people. It's constantly expanding the right way. Move beyond your comfort zone. Join new groups, attend events, and engage in activities where you can meet high-value individuals. Diversify your circle with people from different industries, backgrounds, and expertise. The broader your network, the more opportunities you create for yourself and others. The art of small talk. Small talk isn't meaningless. It's the gateway to deeper conversations. The best conversationalists aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who make others feel heard. Ask thoughtful questions. Listen actively, and find common ground quickly. Small talk is a skill that, when mastered, turns strangers into allies. Approach it with curiosity, and you'll never struggle to make meaningful connections again. Mastering these skills transforms relationships into powerful assets. It's not just about who you know, it's about how you engage, follow up, and bring value. Keep building, keep connecting, and keep growing. Section 3. Turning connections into compatriots. Building relationships is not just about knowing people. It's about transforming acquaintances into trusted allies. Connections become meaningful when they evolve into genuine partnerships based on mutual trust, shared values, and consistent engagement. This section focuses on deepening relationships, leveraging networks strategically, and nurturing connections that stand the test of time. Health, wealth, and children. People are most invested in what affects their personal lives. Nothing is more important than their health, financial security, and family. If you want to create lasting bonds, find ways to support, enhance, or contribute to these key aspects of someone's life. Whether it's introducing a contact to a great doctor, offering insights on wealth building, or helping their children with opportunities, your efforts will not go unnoticed. The secret to building deep relationships is to be genuinely invested in the success and well-being of others. If you consistently add value in areas that matter most, your connections will naturally strengthen. It's not about transactional networking. It's about becoming someone people trust at the core of their lives. When you help someone achieve their goals, you become more than a contact. You become a valued friend and confidant. The most successful people don't just network for business. They create bonds that extend beyond professional circles into personal well-being. Social arbitrage. Opportunities often come from the people you know. And one of the most powerful things you can do is serve as a bridge between worlds. Social arbitrage is about making strategic introductions, bringing together people who might not otherwise meet, but who can benefit from knowing each other. Great networkers aren't just takers, they're connectors. They actively look for ways to introduce people in a way that creates value. Whether it's matching a rising entrepreneur with an investor, linking a creative mind with an industry expert, or helping a friend find the perfect career opportunity, these introductions build your reputation as a trusted resource. The key to mastering social arbitrage is paying attention. Who needs what? Who can offer it? Be intentional about spotting synergies and playing matchmaker. The more you help others succeed, the more indispensable you become within your network. And here's the secret. The more value you create for others, the more influence and opportunities naturally flow back to you. Instead of just focusing on what you can gain, focus on how you can elevate those around you. That's how you build a network that thrives all the time. A relationship that isn't nurtured will wither away. The strongest connections don't happen overnight. They are built through consistent, small interactions. Pinging is the practice of regularly checking in with your network, whether through a quick email, a thoughtful message, a shared article, or a simple, "How have you been?" The best networkers never let too much time pass between interactions. They understand that even a short, friendly touchpoint keeps them top of mind. A well-placed ping, one that is personal, relevant, and timely, can open the door to a new opportunity, reinforce a relationship, or simply remind someone that you care. It doesn't have to be complicated. A text about an article you thought they'd enjoy, a birthday message, a congratulatory note on a new achievement. These small gestures keep the bond alive. The key is to be consistent. If you only reach out when you need something, the relationship feels transactional. But if you make it a habit to check in regularly without expecting anything in return, you build trust. The people who master this art never find themselves needing to reconnect because they've never lost touch in the first place. Find anchor tenants and feed them. Every great network has its foundation, its core influencers who shape and strengthen the entire structure. These individuals, known as anchor tenants, are the people who hold significant influence within a particular space. They could be industry leaders, highly connected professionals, or individuals who naturally attract and unite people. To grow your network strategically, you need to identify and build relationships with these anchor tenants. Find out who they are in your field, your community, or your area of interest. Get to know them, add value to their world, and earn their trust. Once you have a strong bond, their influence extends to you, bringing countless new opportunities. But here's the catch. You don't just find anchor tenants, you feed them. That means continuously offering value, sharing useful connections, supporting their endeavors, and being an asset in their network. The stronger your relationship with them, the stronger your position within the larger ecosystem they influence. Anchor tenants serve as powerful gateways to new circles, bigger opportunities, and more meaningful connections. If you nurture these relationships well, your network won't just grow. It will thrive with depth, quality, and impact. Final thoughts. Turning connections into compatriots is about moving beyond surface-level networking into deep, lasting relationships. It's about adding value in the areas that matter most, serving as a connector, staying in touch consistently, and strategically aligning with the key influencers in your world. Great networks aren't built overnight, nor are they built on selfish motives. They thrive on generosity, consistency, and a genuine desire to see others succeed. The more you invest in the people around you, the more those relationships will enrich your life, personally and professionally. Section 4. Connecting in the digital age. In today's hyper-connected world, building relationships isn't just about face-to-face interactions. It's about leveraging digital platforms to expand influence, create opportunities, and forge meaningful connections. The digital age has removed barriers, making it easier than ever to engage with people across industries, backgrounds, and geographies. But success in this landscape requires strategy. It's not enough to be present online. You must be intentional, valuable, and proactive in the way you connect. This section explores how to tap into overlooked networks, establish yourself as a thought leader, and create moments of serendipity that lead to life-changing opportunities. Tap the fringe. True innovation and opportunity rarely come from the center. They emerge from the edges, from the people and ideas that exist just outside mainstream circles. The most successful networkers understand that the real power of connection isn't just about who they know in traditional spaces, but who they engage with on the fringe. The fringe is where unconventional thinkers, disruptors, and rising stars gather before they become mainstream. These are the artists, entrepreneurs, creators, and visionaries who are shaping the future. Tapping into this network gives you access to fresh ideas, emerging trends, and unique collaborations before the rest of the world catches on. To connect with the fringe, be curious. Join online communities outside of your industry. follow unconventional thinkers on social media, attend niche events, and engage in conversations where new ideas are being formed. The key is to listen, learn, and build relationships before these individuals become widely recognized. Most people network horizontally, reaching out to peers in their existing industry. But the smartest connectors go vertical, seeking out people who challenge their thinking, push boundaries, and operate in spaces where transformation is happening. The further you stretch beyond your immediate world, the more powerful and diverse your network becomes. Become the king of content. In a world overflowing with information, attention is the most valuable currency. The best way to stand out, attract meaningful connections, and establish influence is by creating and sharing valuable content. Those who shape conversations through ideas, insights, and storytelling naturally draw people toward them. Content can take many forms: writing articles, publishing blog posts, sharing insights on social media, hosting a podcast, or producing videos. The key is to focus on providing value. What do you know that others would benefit from? What lessons can you share? What unique perspective can you bring? Becoming a content leader isn't about self-promotion. It's about contribution. When you consistently share valuable knowledge, people begin to see you as a trusted source. Opportunities flow to those who position themselves as experts, not just consumers of information. Engagement is just as important as creation. Don't just post and disappear. Respond to comments, start discussions, and build relationships with those interacting with your content. Your digital presence should be an extension of your real-world networking efforts. The most influential people in any field are those who don't wait for permission to lead conversations. They create, share, and contribute. In doing so, they attract like-minded individuals, establish authority, and open doors to opportunities that would otherwise remain out of reach. Engineering serendipity. Some people seem to be in the right place at the right time, landing dream opportunities, meeting the perfect mentor, or stumbling upon game-changing collaborations. But this isn't luck. It's intentional. The most successful networkers engineer serendipity by creating environments where opportunities naturally arise. Serendipity happens when you put yourself in situations where chance encounters and meaningful interactions are more likely. This means saying yes to events, joining new communities, traveling to unfamiliar places, and constantly expanding your circle. The more you expose yourself to different people and experiences, the higher the likelihood that unexpected, life-changing moments will occur. But it's not just about physical presence, it's about mindset. Approach every interaction with curiosity. Ask questions. Be genuinely interested in people. Stay open to unexpected connections. Too often, people enter conversations with a rigid agenda, missing out on the organic moments where true relationships are formed. In the digital world, engineering serendipity means engaging authentically. Comment on posts, contribute to discussions, reach out to people you admire, and participate in online communities. The smallest interaction can spark an opportunity if you're present and intentional. Success in networking isn't about waiting for luck. It's about creating the conditions where good fortune finds you. The more you show up, share your ideas, and engage with the world, the more doors will open that you never even knew existed. Final thoughts. The digital age has transformed the way we connect, removing geographical and social barriers while amplifying opportunities. But technology alone isn't enough. You must be strategic, proactive, and generous in how you engage with the world. Tapping into the fringe exposes you to cutting-edge ideas and people before they become mainstream. Becoming a content creator establishes you as a thought leader, attracting valuable relationships and influence. And engineering serendipity ensures that you're always in the right place at the right time, not by chance, but by design. The future belongs to those who master the art of digital connection while staying true to the timeless principles of relationship building, authenticity, generosity, and consistent engagement. Section 5. Trading Up and Giving Back. We've reached the final section of the book, where everything comes together. This last stretch isn't just about mastering networking. It's about using your influence to elevate others, build a lasting legacy, and navigate success with humility and purpose. Success in networking isn't just about climbing the social or professional ladder. It's about constantly evolving, elevating those around you, and staying grounded in the process. True influence comes not from self-serving ambition, but from being valuable, authentic, and generous. This section explores how to cultivate personal magnetism, build a powerful brand, gain access to the highest circles of influence, and, most importantly, give back. If you want to attract powerful connections, you must first be someone worth knowing. The most magnetic people aren't just well-connected. They have compelling stories, unique perspectives, and a genuine enthusiasm for life. They are curious, well-read, and engaged in the world around them. Being interesting doesn't mean you have to be famous or extraordinary. It means cultivating depth, pursuing passions, engaging in meaningful conversations, and constantly learning. People are drawn to those who bring new ideas to the table, who challenge them to think differently, and who exude a sense of purpose. The Dalai Lama, for example, isn't a connector in the traditional sense, yet he is one of the most influential figures in the world. His wisdom, humility, and authenticity make people gravitate toward him. That's the kind of magnetism you should aim for. Not forced charisma, but an undeniable presence that makes people want to know and learn from you. Build your brand. Your personal brand is the reputation that precedes you. It's not just what you say about yourself, it's what others say about you when you're not in the room. Building a powerful brand means being intentional about how you present yourself, both online and in real life. A strong personal brand is built on consistency. What do you stand for? What values define you? What expertise or passion sets you apart? The most respected individuals are those who embody a clear, authentic message. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an executive, or an artist, your brand should be a reflection of your true self, not a manufactured persona. At its core, a great brand isn't about self-promotion. It's about creating value. The more you help others, share knowledge, and contribute meaningfully to conversations, the more people will associate your name with credibility and trust. Broadcast your brand. It's not enough to develop a strong personal brand. You have to put it out into the world. Broadcasting your brand means making sure the right people see and recognize your value. This doesn't mean shouting about your achievements. It means strategically positioning yourself where opportunities naturally arise. Leverage platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and industry blogs to share insights and engage in meaningful discussions. Speak at events, write articles, and join conversations in your field. The more visible you are, the more influence you'll build. But here's the key. Broadcasting your brand isn't about ego. It's about generosity. Share knowledge, highlight others' successes, and contribute to communities. The more you give, the more people will associate your name with value, the more doors will open. Getting close to power. Access to influential people can be a game changer, but powerful individuals don't waste time with those who only seek to take. They surround themselves with people who bring something valuable to the table. To connect with power, lead with service. How can you help them? What unique skill, knowledge, or connection can you offer? Instead of trying to impress, aim to contribute. The most influential figures respect those who create value rather than just seek favors. Another key to proximity is simply showing up. Attend the right events, join the right groups, and position yourself where high-level conversations happen. If you consistently provide value and demonstrate reliability, opportunities to build relationships with powerful people will naturally emerge. Build it, and they will come. Benjamin Franklin understood the power of creating a hub of influence. He didn't just network, he built communities where great minds could connect and collaborate. By founding clubs, societies, and think tanks, he established himself as a leader and created an ecosystem where people gravitated toward him. The lesson here is simple. If you want to attract the right people, create an environment where they want to be. Start a mastermind group, launch a podcast, host networking dinners, build something that naturally draws in the best minds. Instead of chasing connections, create a space where connections come to you. The most powerful networks aren't built through random encounters. They're curated through intentional spaces that foster deep relationships. Never give in to hubris. Success can be dangerous if it breeds arrogance. The moment you start believing you're above others, your network begins to deteriorate. The best connectors stay humble, no matter how high they climb. Ego kills relationships. It blinds you to opportunities, alienates allies, and makes you complacent. The most respected leaders are those who listen, who remain open to learning, and who treat everyone with respect, regardless of status. The antidote to hubris is gratitude. Never forget the people who helped you along the way. Stay connected to your roots, give credit where it's due, and always be willing to learn from those around you. Find mentors, find mentees. Repeat, no one succeeds alone. The greatest achievers seek guidance from those ahead of them and extend a hand to those following in their footsteps. Mentorship is a two-way street, learning from the best while also sharing wisdom with others. Eleanor Roosevelt was a master at this. She surrounded herself with brilliant minds, absorbing knowledge while also championing young leaders. She understood that true influence isn't about personal gain. It's about lifting others as you rise. Having a mentor accelerates your growth, giving you access to knowledge and perspectives that would take years to acquire on your own. At the same time, mentoring others solidifies your own expertise and creates a legacy of impact. If you want to build an enduring network, embrace the cycle. Learn, teach, repeat. Balance is BS. The idea of perfect work-life balance is a myth. The most successful people don't aim for balance. They integrate their work and passions into a seamless flow. They structure their lives around what matters most, knowing that sometimes career demands more, and other times personal life takes priority. Instead of chasing balance, chase fulfillment. Prioritize what brings you joy and impact, and let everything else adjust accordingly. The key isn't equal division of time. It's making sure the time you spend aligns with your values. The most powerful networks are built not just in boardrooms, but at dinner tables, on vacations, and in shared passions. Work and life should complement each other, not compete. Welcome to the connected age. We are living in an era where connectivity is limitless. The barriers that once separated people, distance, status, access, are breaking down. But this also means that success is no longer about what you know. It's about who you connect with, how you engage, and the value you bring. The connected age rewards those who build strong, authentic relationships. It favors those who give more than they take, who show up consistently, and who create spaces where ideas and people thrive. The future belongs to those who embrace this new reality, not by hoarding connections, but by nurturing them, sharing generously, and lifting others along the way. Trade up, give back, and watch your world expand. That brings us to the end of Never Eat Alone. If this audiobook sparked new ideas or changed the way you think about networking, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what stood out, what you'll start applying in your own life, and what insights left the biggest impact. And if you're hungry for more books that can transform your mindset and success, make sure to subscribe to the Book Lounge so you never miss a new release. Hit that like button to support the channel, and let me know in the comments what book you'd love to hear next. Your input shapes what comes next, so let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next audiobook.